Let's take a look at confidence interval for a proportion. A proportion is a percent or decimal to a percent that tells us of the sample given situation. TOR is meant to lower cholesterol. A trial of 863 47 headache as a side effect. The actual dosage they took isn't very important for this problem. So we have 47 of them with a headache. Obtain a point estimate for the proportion who had a headache. Well, 47 of them, 163, had a headache. And proportion means we're going to divide the number that met the condition, 47, divided by the total. And for this purposes, I'll round to 3 decimal places, 0.054. Construct a 90% confidence interval for this proportion. Now, the 90% confidence interval is calculated much in the same way that we calculated the ones for the z-values. However, our margin of error formula is slightly different. The z confidence constant, z alpha over 2, p hat, which is our approximation of the proportion, 1 minus p hat over n. And we add and subtract this value to our proportion estimate. Alright, so where do we get our z-value? Those are the same constants we used before. You can flip back to page 410 to get a nice estimate. 90% confidence gives me a critical value of 1.645. So that's again on page 410. They are the same ones we used earlier in the unit. P hat, we have found p hat to be 0.0. Oh, don't erase everything. There we go, we've got it back. Alright, so we found p hat to be 0.054. I'm going to go ahead and just use my calculator to figure out what is 1 minus 0.054, and I get 0.946. Now when we fill in the n value, you must remember we are doing the total number who were in the study, 836. So, sorry, 863. I can read. Alright, so let's do some math, and it is important we follow our order of operations here. We want to go ahead and multiply the top values, 0.946 times 0.054, and divide that by the total, 863, which gives me a very small number, 0.000059. I'm then going to take the square root of that. Remember, you can do this on your calculator. It's that little button that looks like the check mark. Put the number in first and then the square root symbol. And then I'm going to get the final solution by multiplying by 1.645. 0.013. I get the margin, how do I get the confidence interval from the margin of error? I have the margin of error, and I want to subtract that from my proportion estimate, and add that to my proportion estimate to get my confidence level. So 0.054 minus 0.013 gives me a lower limit of 0.041 0.054 plus 0.013 gives me an upper limit of 0.067. So my confidence interval would be 0.041 for the lower limit, comma, 0.067. So you must just be very careful with your square roots, remembering that you can do this on your calculator on your Windows machine, so there's no reason, I'm just going to show you real quick, there's no reason that you can't do a square root. Just be sure you enter your number in first, 0.000059, and then your root symbol. Then you can multiply that all right in the calculator if you like. Just be sure to press the equal sign in between each calculation. A good look at how to calculate a confidence interval for a proportion.